Dobardan, Divine Pisces 222 is Monday, May 11th, 2020. I'm doing an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. Let's see what we got going on. I feel like the energies are lifting a little bit, guys. It's good. I just feel like there's like a movement energy. Does that make sense? Like almost like a motivation, like a new motivation for people to just get out of whatever situation is no longer serving them at this time. And it's a far cry from where we were, you know. I think for a while the collective was just feeling really stuck, really scared, really like uncertain, not sure which way to go, confused. And so I feel like some of that energy is kind of lifting right now, and a lot of people are seeing clarity, which is great, you know. And I definitely feel right now, I mean, this is kind of the Twin Flame card, if you think about it. So, and I think I said this before, you know, I feel like there's so much going on with the connections right now. Like there's a lot of transformation happening right now within the connections, okay? There's almost a shift, almost like a reset, but also like a, like you're switching places. The runner's becoming the chaser becoming the runner, yada, yada, yada. You know, but I definitely feel like just at its core, the connection itself is taking a different direction than a lot of you probably anticipated. And I feel like it's getting stronger definitely in the 5D. I feel like the energies themselves are kind of shifting here. And I feel like in a lot of ways, some of you are coming into reunion, you know, or at least the beginning stages of reunion in the 3D, but I also feel like it's happening in the 5D. So those of you who, for some reason at this time, cannot be in 3D union with your counterpart, it's actually happening in the 5D, right? I feel like 5D union, I feel like a lot of people, oh, well, it's 5D. Yeah, but that's how you start. You know, everything is inside out, right? So you start energetically and then it shifts into the 3D. So I feel like a lot of 5D unions happening right now. Your counterpart may actually be helping you a lot more than you realize in the 5D, okay? And so with Neptune coming up, I feel like that's just super, super highlighted right now. Okay, so a lot of you might be getting some really vivid dreams right now, like to the point where it actually feels real. So like astral travel, that sort of thing. So, I mean, 5D communication I feel is off the charts at this point. Telepathy, definitely like just song messages coming in, but just messages in general. Like, you know, have you ever like just watched TV and suddenly you hear like a sentence that just comes out of nowhere and it just like triggers something for you? I'm talking like full on like messages coming through different avenues, different channels, between you and your counterpart. And, which to me is almost, I don't know why it skips. I really don't anymore. Anyway, so it's almost like this 5D aspect is kind of putting the ego in its place, or at least attempting to put the ego in its place. You know, I still feel some ego death coming in, definitely. You know, a lot of you are completing cycles right now. A lot of you are in the middle of cycles. A lot of you are in the middle of repeating a cycle, which when you have cycles repeating like that and they're continuously repeating and they're constantly coming up, they're coming up for a reason. There's something that you missed the first time or the second time or the third time, whatever, however many times you have repeated the cycle, you know. And a lot of you kind of get stuck in that ego, like, oh, it ended badly last time, or the last 5 times, whatever, it's going to end badly this time. And that's when you manifest a negative outcome, right? And that's where the ego comes in. So I feel like right now a lot of you are being urged to just leave the ego out of it. Tell the ego to shut up. Okay? But I definitely feel some towers coming. Good towers, bad towers, whatever you want to call them. You know, they could be massive towers, but, you know, I feel like it's more like, aha, this is good. You know, I get this lesson. I get it now. I understand what I did wrong, quote unquote. You know, and this is what I need to do this time. I need to live in the now. I need to release the outcome, right? And some of you, this whatever is going on right now has put you literally in hermit mode. You were like disconnecting from people, literally, obviously, because, you know, Corona and whatnot, but like literally disconnecting from people, like not even talking via text, not doing any of that, like so within yourself. Like some of you I feel have gotten really, really depressed, And I feel like a lot of you are trying to break out of that right now. Some of you are still here. Some of you are still too much in here, okay? All right, and that's what's leading to this. But I feel like a lot of you at this point are recognizing this, that you need to come out of this and you need to deal with this, whatever this is, okay? It's time to stop brooding. It's time to stop, you know, that's the word I'm looking for. Isolating. I know, corona and whatnot, and isolation. But I mean, like, isolating yourself from others. You know, we live in a technological age. You know, even if you don't see people on a daily basis, you can still connect with people. Okay? Some of you hadn't been doing that at all, you know? Some of you probably really given up on, like, reaching out to somebody who understands. And which is why I definitely recommend, please check out my forum if you haven't already. DivinePisces222.com/forum. It's free. You can't really ask for much more than that, okay? It's free. You can connect with other people who are going through the same thing you are, offer support, get support, offer advice, get advice, whatever. You know, I definitely recommend that. But yeah, I mean, at this time, whatever this is, I feel it's been leading to a massive purge. Some of you have been kind of retreating from the purge. Some of you, that's what this is. You're retreating from the purge. You're trying to avoid the purge here. And you feel like if you cut yourself off from everything and cut yourself off from everyone, it's going to help you to do that. Because I think there's some misconception here that emotional intelligence means to suppress. It does not. No. Emotional intelligence means you feel an emotion, you feel it, okay? But that you don't hold on to it. Once it's released, you just release it. You feel what you need to feel until you don't feel it anymore and you release it. You don't think about it. You don't perpetuate it. You learn from it, okay? And you move on. What triggered me here? Why am I feeling this way? Meditate on it. Do whatever you need to do. But you still need to feel it. You still need to release it. You need to let it go, okay? So whatever you're triggered about right now, that is triggering this purge here, don't suppress it. Let it go, okay? And it could be the connection. Some of you are feeling this way maybe about the connection. And, you know, I've heard this so many times. Well, you can't be mad at your counterpart because you're really mad at yourself. Yeah, sure. No, I get it. But you can still feel emotion because of whatever, okay? So if maybe your counterpart did or didn't do something and it's triggering you, if you feel angry, feel angry. Just feel it. There's a reason you're feeling it. Make sure you deal with it, though. You don't sit there and suppress it, saying, oh, I can't be mad because it's my counterpart. Yes, you can. Saying you can't be mad at your counterpart is suppressing. There's a reason you're mad, okay? Be mad. And eventually you'll figure out why you're mad. And eventually you might figure out that you're actually mad at yourself. Okay? But don't sit there and say, well, I can't be mad because... Yeah, you can. You can definitely be mad. Okay? Alright. Let's take a look at Divine Masculine. Nah, the cards are not cooperating today, man. Maybe it's my hands. The hands are not working. Okay, so Divine Masculine. Yeah. And actually, this came in yesterday on the mini reading that I did. Divine Masculine's really feeling it right now. Feeling the transition. Feeling the transformation. Some of them are really embracing this, though. They're like, you know what? I can't run from this anymore. I can't run from this anymore. I can't run from who I am. I can't run from any of this. I need to stand up for myself. You know? And so Divine Masculine, I feel a lot of them are doing that right now. And of course, you know, the mirroring is coming into play. All right? So, I mean, they're being triggered to take action here and to just get over this. Get over this. Just get over this. Okay? A lot of them have been sitting on this baggage for a long time, this emotional baggage. They just don't know what to do with it. There's guilt, there's resentment, there's regret. There's all sorts of things here that Divine Masculine has just been brooding over. Literally just holding it in and not releasing it, not learning from it, just literally trying to fix the situation without actually addressing the underlying issue. What is the underlying issue? expectation. Right? Not loving themselves. They've been focusing too much on this third-party situation, on this situation that's not fulfilling, and forgetting that the whole point here is to fulfill themselves. That's what they're claiming victory over. Okay, so a lot of Divine Masculines right now are recognizing this. Yes, this guilt and regret, it does not serve me anymore. I have not been in my truth. It's been holding me back from being my true self. I can't speak, or I feel like in this situation I can't speak my truth. My life is a lie. Yes, Divine Masculine. Yes. If you have not been true to yourself, your life is a lie. Think about it that way, okay? So yeah, a lot of Divine Masculines finding the strength to overcome this, and that's good. That's great. So I feel, again, the energy shifting here. Divine Feminine kind of going into more of a, like a cleansing mode, if that makes any sense, whereas Divine Masculine's kind of coming out of it, so there's that mirror going on right now, right? So this to me shows me that Divine Feminine doing the work here, you know, really digging into the issues that she's having, ending the cycles, recognizing the cycles, purging and whatnot, is helping Divine Masculine to come to terms with who he is. See, that's how it works. That's how the energy works. Okay? So Divine Masculine here finding the strength to overcome here. Okay? And this card is very, very interesting to me because you have the Lion here in the middle, of course, which is Leo, right? But it's also the Sun, right? Being held up by two. Okay? So it's almost like you got Gemini here, which is the twins, right? So it's like Divine Masculine being held up by the connection here. And finding strength within the connection. Which is where the 5D is incredibly important. Okay, so if you have your Divine Masculine reaching out to you in the 5D, there's a reason he's doing that. Okay? And he's finding the strength here to you know, create that new beginning for himself. And, of course, sexual energy coming in here. Duh. Okay? But also manifestation. Divine Masculine finding the strength, the motivation to manifest. Manifest. And find that new beginning for himself. Finding that motivation to say, you know what? Enough is enough. I am tired of sacrificing myself to make other people feel better. I don't feel better. What about me? Bingo. So Divine Masculine coming out of the illusion that everything should be about somebody else. That in order to make oneself happy, you have to fulfill someone else. No. Backwards. Backwards. That's the illusion that Divine Masculine has been facing for a really long time. That is the major ego death here. It's survival mode. The idea that you have to make someone happy to make you happy, that's ego coming in basically saying, okay, so in order to survive the situation, you better appease these people or they're going to make you feel like crap. They're going to destroy you. They're going to take away your money. They're going to take away your kids. They're going to take whatever. That's the illusion. Boom. Right there. Okay? And so, Divine Masculine is figuring it out. Divine Masculine is figuring it out. He's coming out of that confusion energy, looking at this situation going, why have I been wasting my energy and my time to please these people when it never goes anywhere? It never makes me feel better. It never makes it better. That's the cycle that Divine Masculine is ending. It is a cycle of self-deception inducing self-sabotage. Yay! Good job, Divine Masculine. Alright, let's take a look at Divine Feminine. A lot of you, Divine Feminines, I feel there's been a lot of regret coming in. A lot of, not just regret, but like self-loathing. Self-loathing. Like getting some sort of guilt coming in for some past actions you still haven't forgiven yourself yet. And some of you feel really confused about what that is. You don't even know what it is. Okay? But trust me, it's there. There is something you have not forgiven yourself for. And that's why the cycle that is repeating now is coming up. That's why this cycle, a lot of you going through a repeating cycle right now that's coming up right now. I know because I'm right there with you, okay? There's something that's coming up right now that you have not forgiven yourself for. And that's why it's coming up. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. And there's something here that definitely has to do... Codependency, obviously. But I'm not talking about things. This is not about things. I know it says of materials, but this is not about things. This codependency that's coming up here, and actually it's really interesting that this is shaped that way. It kind of looks like a teardrop. I'm getting emotional codependency. Okay. There's some sort of cycle focusing on emotional codependency, where someone felt abandoned, someone felt rejected, someone felt absolutely broken by whatever this situation was. And this cycle that's coming up now, Divine Feminine, it's going to trigger you, or it is triggering you right now to deal with this. Deal with it. Okay? Yeah, deal with it. All right? Use that intuition. Move forward, okay? Ask Spirit for help. Ask Spirit for help. Maybe, like, you know, times before when you went through the cycle, you hadn't gone through your awakening yet. You weren't quite there. You weren't well, you're always connected with Source, but you know what I mean. You weren't consciously connected to Source or your spirit team, okay? Maybe this time it's trying to teach you that it is okay to reach out to Source, and it is okay to have faith that everything is going to be fine. Okay? So manifest that positive outcome. Put it out in the universe. All is fine. Act as if, and you will have. All is fine. All is good. All is wonderful. Right? And that's the whole point, is to stop manifesting the negative outcome by living in the past and replaying over and over and over again what happened before. This is not the past. This is not what has happened before. This is different. Why? Because it's a new experience. It may be the same cycle, but it's a new experience. So therefore, you need to break yourself out of that programming that's going to end the exact same way. No, you have control over that. You have control over that, okay? So, I mean, at this point, it's kind of... What I like about this card is kind of the... if you look at it, it's kind of the Justice card in a way. I know it's two voices, but it looks like the Justice card because you got the blind woman here, okay? And then Source, and the two, and it's kind of perfectly balanced, except for this little guy down here, right? Who's walking through this door. So some of you, perpetuating whatever cycle you're in, it's been keeping you from moving yourself through whatever karmic cycle this is, whatever like actual karma that you're dealing with here, that Source is guiding you to deal with. You've been kind of holding yourself back from completing it the way that you need to, because you're keeping yourself stuck in self-sabotage, right? Right. So you need to break out of that. Okay? So in order to get through this door, you've got to break out of this. Okay? Hangman, whatever, right? You got to break out of that. And this has come up quite a bit in the last couple of days. I just love this card. So it's like the twin flames here. You know, you have Source in the middle, connected by the third eye. All right? Being guided by spirit team, angels, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so yeah, a lot of you do have motivation to overcome this, and I feel like some of you are recognizing exactly what I'm saying here. This has already come across your mind. I'm just basically confirming what you already know. That you have realized that you have been holding yourself back. You've been keeping yourself hostage in this cycle for a very long time, and I'm talking a long time. Years. Lifetimes. Okay? So let's take a look at the connecting energies. Wait a minute. Alright, sorry, I thought I saw one flip over. My bad. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Guys, that's what all of this is about. Okay? Each twin right now, and this is the energy within the connection, okay, is releasing um the need um to please others, really, but just codependency in general. Like, and that's where the main codependency is, I feel, is and with divine feminine too. Like, some of you, this rejection feeling that's coming in, it's coming in because maybe in the past you felt rejected because you felt like you did something wrong. You felt like you couldn't please somebody. You felt like you were rejected because maybe there was some expectation that was placed on you, or you placed an expectation on a particular situation and it didn't turn out the way that you wish it would have. That's a codependency. You had a codependency on an expectation. Okay? So releasing an expectation, okay? Expectation can come in many forms, but that's the main issue here, is the codependency on expectation and the fulfilling of expectations, whether that's somebody else's expectations of you, i.e. pleasing someone else in order to make yourself happy, okay? Or you placing an expectation on a situation and it not working out and thus feeling rejected. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, and a lot of releasing of emotion right now between divine masculine and divine feminine too, okay? So you may be triggering each other right now. You might be feeling a lot of emotion going back and forth. I'm also getting inner child stuff coming up here. Past life stuff, definitely. Some of this past life stuff I do feel has to do with children, possibly parents. Okay? Maybe expectation of parents or children, or expectations of family duty or something of that nature kind of coming up, but definitely something to do with parents and children. There's some sort of parent-child interaction here that's coming up for a lot of you. Okay, that appears to be in this cycle that you're repeating right now. Okay, but there's this feeling of hope coming in. I do feel that, regardless of some of the darkness that's coming up. I feel like a lot of you have kind of gone through the really, really dark part, like the really dark part where you were like literally sitting there beating yourself up and self-loathing and crap like that. A lot of you are coming out of that, and you're literally seeing the sun. You're like, oh my God, I got through this, thank God. But now you're like, well, I'm still dealing with this cycle, but now at least I have clarity, right? At least I have clarity on what it is, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to claim victory over it, right? So I definitely feel a victorious vibe within the connections right now. Like, both twins are just like, you know what? No, I'm not putting up with any of this crap anymore. I'm not putting up with any of this. No. No. I'm putting my foot down. My happiness is in my hands. It has nothing to do with anybody else, right? I can choose not to be in this energy, okay? I can choose to be myself. Whether anybody likes it or not doesn't matter to me. I am who I am. I love who I am. I embrace who I am. If anybody else has anything to say about it, okay, well, whatever. You know? Maybe they don't like me because they don't love something about themselves. You know? You ever meet somebody and you just absolutely can't stand right off the bat? That's because you probably see something in that person that you do not like about yourself. Think about it that way, okay? But yeah, it's all about releasing expectation right now. And expectations of the connection, okay? And I always say this about the external situation, 3D situation, karmic situation, whatever it is, direct reflection, whatever's happening there is a direct reflection of what needs to be released or healed within the connection, and at this time is expectation. Okay? Great. Let's get some messages from the counterparts. Oh, man. It's getting there. We're all getting there, guys. Promise. Let's see. Yeah. Could be why they're reaching out. 5D. And sexual energy. Yep. Oh yeah, always. Some of you are still feeling that way, though. But you'll get out of it. It'll be fine. Alright, messages and advice from Source. Focus. I don't think I need to say anything else. This is pretty self-explanatory for me. Some of you just need to refocus. Okay? Yeah, be thankful. Be thankful for the lesson. You know? Be thankful for how far you've come. Right? And accept the things as they are. To release the expectations surrounding them. Acceptance is key. Balance is also key. Some of you still need to kind of get back into balance. Some of you, again, and I stated this before in a couple of readings ago, like, some of you just need to get grounded. Some of you are just not grounded at all. Okay? But yeah, I mean, just appreciate the things in your life that you have right now. You know, count your blessings. Literally, count your blessings. Sit there and count your blessings. That'll help you raise your vibration more than anything. Okay? Alright guys, I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.